Hello, I'm Don Lane, and today I'm going to discuss the impact of resistance to change, specifically when we talk about the context of coaching. Reflecting on Michelle Holland's podcast of 10 Reasons People Resist Change, along with materials from the week. I'll explore how resistance to coaching could manifest itself within my organization and try to outline strategies that I intend to use to overcome that resistance. So first, I think it's important we understand resistance to coaching. So from both my own experience and insights from the podcast, I think that resistance to change in organizations a lot of times stems from several factors. So when we're talking about the workplace, this resistance is often rooted in fear. So we're talking about fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or fear of really losing relevance. I think a lot of time that people equate change with loss, and I think that's a really unfortunate perspective that many people have these days. In Michelle Holland's podcast, she notes that one key reason for resistance is a lack of understanding of the why and why it's necessary. So this is the first barrier when introducing coaching to any organization, really. If people don't see the personal or organizational benefit of the coaching process, they're usually going to resist it, either through passive or active means. As Michelle points out, people don't resist change that they create themselves, though. So which aligns with the fact that coaching often feels like a top-down directive rather than a collaborative, self-driven process. So when coaching a lot of times was first introduced, especially in a hierarchical environment like mine, may be met with skepticism or even defensiveness, because I think the perception is going to be that it's a critique of someone's performance. So those who are used to that directive, command-based style may view coaching as an attempt to undermine their autonomy or even their position. So this is a real concern in a place like Office of the Secretary of War, where I work, where many individuals have that military background like I do myself. So I anticipate resistance. I anticipate that's going to be the greatest resistance really going to come from those individuals who are used to that directive leadership style. As Michelle discusses, when people don't see the what's in it for them, the personal benefit or the purpose behind the change, they're going to be reluctant to engage. And military leaders are conditioned to give that order and expect compliance. So I think introducing a coaching culture where you feel where it's going to feel counterintuitive to those who are accustomed to that particular model. So another potential challenge is going to be the fear of being perceived as either inadequate or irrelevant. Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of messaging right now that we need to be particularly tough and have that warrior mindset. But Michelle highlights that how people that Michelle highlights how people may resist change because they fear losing their competence or their relevance can lead to an overall disengagement. So if team members really feel that the coaching signals a deficiency in their overall performance, they may avoid it altogether, which would be unfortunate. So how do I intend to overcome that resistance? What are my strategies? So to address this resistance, my first strategy will be to clearly articulate why I think that coaching is valuable for the organization and for the individual. So drawing from the podcast, it's essential to explain the purpose behind the coaching and how it aligns with both personal and organizational growth. So I will emphasize that coaching is not a critique, but it's really a tool for development. And I think this will be particularly important for those with a military background, as they may be unfamiliar with the coaching's focus on empowerment and self-reflection rather than compliance with orders like we discussed before. But one thing that I think that they will really latch onto is going to be building trust, because trust specifically for those in the military and background, it's key to so much when we're talking about teams, trusting in our comrades, everything. It's going to be the cornerstone of my approach overall. So as Michelle and Ashkenas from the reading emphasized, trust is foundational for any coaching relationship. So before I introduce coaching, I'm going to need to invest the time in establishing trust by being transparent, empathetic, supportive to those teams overall. So if team members feel safe, I think they'll be much more likely to open up and engage in the coaching process. So additionally, I'm going to start by introducing coaching in a way that doesn't feel threatening. This could mean framing coaching as a developmental opportunity rather than an assessment overall. by showing that coaching is a tool for enhancing leadership skills and performance overall. I think I can really make it more appealing to the people I work with. So lastly, I think I'll rely on the 7 essential questions from Bugay Stanier to facilitate that coaching conversation. So the questions I'll particularly focus on are going to be the focus and strategic questions, which I think will help individuals reflect on their challenges and decisions, and can be particularly useful for those who are resistant or hesitant to engage. So these questions will be given to team members and help give team members ownership of their development and help them see the value of coaching in the end. So I think in conclusion, overcoming resistance to coaching is going to be an ongoing process for me. So, but I think that with thoughtful, empathetic approach, that I can foster a coaching culture that will ultimately support the individual and organization's growth. I think that clarifying the why, building trust, and creating the safe, non-threatening environment are going to be the 3 keys overall. But I think I'm confident that I can reduce resistance and help the team embrace coaching as the valuable tool that it is in the end. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.